second part was, of course, the most obvious part, is education as a skill and future job. Of course, it sounds so obvious, but for many countries it's a challenge. I will show later more in my experience in Solomon Islands. If we don't give an opportunity to kids for a brighter future, what would we expect from them, really, for future? So this is a challenge for many countries. And here, now we get to the point, how did I learn about Rotary Peace Fellowship and how basically I became a Peace Fellow? Well, since my time in Geneva, I met my amazing friend, that she was a former Peace Fellow. She has studied here. And knowing me, she told me, okay, I know a program that I was on it. It was one of the most amazing things that happened to me. I want you to try it and apply for it. And I said, well, Fernanda, you're from a lawyer background, your studies. Mine is French literature. Basically, I know I'd love to be there, but I don't know if I will be accepted. What she told me was, Rotary scholarship is different. It's different from other scholarships. It's about what you feel inside, what is your will, and what you want to do. So go ahead and apply for it. And that was what I did. And here I am. So I was accepted. She was right. It was an amazing journey, but beautiful. And as you heard, we learned a lot here about many aspects. And that's what made me confident to, from a part of my studies, go to Solomon Islands basically on my own, taking what I had as a skill, as a teacher, or what I've learned, plus the skills that I learned in university, to go and work in a remote village in Solomon Islands. That's what led me, my experience there, into two more aspects of education. There was a health education and environmental education. There were two things that I didn't think about as much as a city girl. Everything is taken care of normally in a city, like no rubbish or nothing is not our worries. And if you have a good life, health is a normal issue for you. But when you go to these places, then you realize it's not the case for everybody. So I heard from another Peace Fellow that there is a village that their school has been closed for several months. They had no teacher. And of course, as a teacher, I thought, okay, that's a good place for me to start. And he said, like, there's no electricity, no clean water, no sanitation service, basically a simple life. And, okay, that's good, all right. My parents, they won't be very happy to hear that, but it's all right. It's a challenge and I would love to go. So this is the first day I went there and opened the school. Kids were amazingly happy, excited. They were cleaning, preparing, decorating. And then I started to know people and the culture, and I realized there are many other problems as health issues in that society. And I started to basically do what I never thought I would do. I had a medical book. I was studying the issues that they have, like, for example, the rate of pregnancy, early pregnancy was very high. The sexually infected disease were high. There was no clinic or no aid box nearby. So I started to learn more about this disease myself and teach them every week different subjects. And there were the workshops. And the other issue that came by afterwards was the rubbish problem. Because there were new rubbish introduced to the village, like batteries or plastics, that they were throwing like normal rubbish. So they didn't know what's gonna happen, or there was no system to take care of them. So I never knew what we do with the plastic after we throw them in a bag, basically. So I started to learn, okay, what is the best way on a village to learn how do we need to deal with it, to teach kids. So we had the day to collect the rubbish in separate bags. We had bags together and then dealt with the rest of it. And of course, I was learning amazing things about the culture and life. Kids were lovely, strong, passion, happy, and very sportive. And life was sometimes hard and challenging, sometimes scary, but for sure peaceful and rewarding. That's the farewell party. It was 1 table out of 5. There was that much food that I was just crying, didn't know how they did that and where did they find that much food, but amazing. All I want to say, if we investigate more in education, we will need less investigation in peace, because peace comes with education. Education covers all the different aspects that a society needs to be peaceful. And educating a generation will bring up a peaceful generation. That means a peaceful world altogether. And I should say, that is what Rotary is doing. If you look at the theme of this year is building communities and bridging continents. You're bringing us from different cultures, different aspects, different backgrounds, as you have seen. All together, we learn about each other. All of us, we give the amazing things that they have done to different aspects to each other. And then we go and touch other people's lives. So you're touching our lives, and we're touching different others people's lives. And that's what you're spreading love and peace through. And it's an amazing network. And you're a great proof, as no matter what is our profession, we can work toward peace. So thank you again for this amazing opportunity that you gave us.